Hello, it's your favorite lawyer. What in the courts, okay? Family question. You guys are writing in with a lot of family questions. Do I need the consent of the mother of my child to have her baby teeth removed? If a dentist has told me that not doing so will potentially damage her permanent teeth and cause problems for her in the future, do I need to reach out to the mother? My daughter is 7 and her adult teeth are already showing behind the baby teeth. And if this is believed that I do need consent and she does not consent, but both her dentist and I believe that it's necessary, what steps do I take? We have joint conservatorship and custody. The order says that we're both afforded the right to make medical dental decisions of a non-invasive nature. I believe this to be a routine procedure for her health and future well-being. What do I do? Okay. Let's bring to the court of our public opinion, guys. First of all, sir, okay, some of it, and I'm not trying to be funny and say some of it's common sense, but common sense says you have to do with the doctors. If you can't mess, that probably hurts, sorry. So whatever needs to be done to alleviate any pain for the child and what's in the child's best interest medically and health-wise needs to be done. So I understand you guys have joint custody, and guys, a lot of people have joint, and this is something that we really do not pay attention to in our orders. You need to pay attention to the rights and duties of the parents. This person is asking a rights and duties question. What they're saying is that we're joint. We have joint custody, and we both have the right to make non-invasive decisions. They didn't want to tell me about invasive, because what I believe is that it's an invasive procedure, or could be categorized as such if the child has to be put under, or it has to be a lot of things done, okay? It could be surgical in nature, which would be more of like an invasive. And so I believe that this person probably has to consult with the other parent, and they have to vote. If they don't agree, it should be up to the medical professional, okay? But you have to look at your order. There are times that the other parent has the right to determine when these things need to occur. Now, this person is not saying whether or not they are the managing conservator. So because they're kind of bullshitting me, and I'm not trying to be rude, but they're kind of, leaving that out, I believe that this is the possessory conservator. I also believe this is the possessory conservator, meaning not the managing, because you want to talk about non-invasive procedures, and both of you all have a right for non-invasive. But what about invasive? Okay, so at the end of the day, it's probably that the mother has the right. If the mother's not doing what she needs to do, you get the child, because this does happen, y'all. This does happen. That the daddy doesn't have the full custody. He has joint rights, but he's the person that gets the child all the time. But the child lives with the mother, and she has a right to determine the child's residence and the school that the child attends. So the dad gets the child all the time, so he's taking the child back and forth to the doctor. Mama don't do none of that. He does it. Makes sense. So you need to change your rights if she has a problem with you doing this. Because you need to, the child's dentist, just do it. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to sign. If you're already taking the child to the dentist and the dentist says the child needs it, then you need to tell the mother that. The mother will sign off on it, and if she doesn't sign off on it, then you probably just need to go back to court. But in the meantime, if it's an emergency, sir, just sign off on it and deal with it later with the court. See, the funny thing is, people know that they're not supposed to break and violate orders. So they try to find a little reason to try to slide through. And the court won't be mad at you if you have to do something in an emergency situation to alleviate pain for a child or for an emergency. It says that he probably has the right in an emergency situation to make certain decisions, okay, for the child, regardless of the fact that he doesn't have primary custody. But what he's trying to do is just get it done. And apparently he takes his child to the dentist. Sir, just do it. You make it all. Now, the mother may not want it done. If she doesn't want it done, you need to get that written up by the doctor that the child needs it, and that it's impairing the physical health or well-being of the child not getting it. And once the mother knows that you have that letter, she should go ahead and allow it to happen. Because if she doesn't, you have paperwork now that you need to take to court, and maybe you need to be the person that decides the medical decisions and just run it by her. But you be the person to make the decision, so you may need a change. You might need a mom. Okay? Next case.
From legal woes to legal wows, attorney Allie Booker has got you covered. Civil lawsuit to CPS knocking on your door and more. Criminal case saying you were the looker.